Sabala TV, the one that unites us.
I think one thing that President Museveni has done for this country is to make sure that everyone takes their position and develop their potential.
In pursuit of development, African countries have always found ways to turn raw materials into products. We went on a journey to find out how Africans quenched the thirst for development. During our research, we came across a program called PISGBC, Presidential Initiative in Skilling Young Boys and Girls. And we came across it in Uganda, which was founded by the president in the year 2017 by His Excellency Yoweri Museveni. The initiative was spearheaded by Dr. Faith Katana Mirembe, who's a special assistant to the president on skilling and education. During an interview with Dr. Faith Katana Mirembe, she disclosed that the president felt for the youth, and he found a way to curb criminality and improve employment, hence reducing the number of poverty amongst the youth. That motivated my team and I to travel all the way to Uganda to capture this captivating story. This is Sabala TV, capturing the PSGBC story. I'm your host, Sakina Mwaka.
This is the Presidential Initiative on Skilling the Boys to Girl Child Mulago Center, Hairdressing Department,
Carpentry Department,
Welding Department,
Shoemaking Department, and we are watching.
I personally came from an unstable family, but when I heard of this, I had to come here. And when I came here, I didn't know anything about embroidery. Even the course, really, I didn't know anything about it. And when I reached here, I was taught how to use everything, all the tools in embroidery. Personally, I couldn't handle a needle in my hands. I could see it from various places, but I didn't know the importance of them. Through the president, the State House Controller, our beloved Dr. Faith Katana, she has really helped us in achieving our goals. And now here we are. Our future is now brightened because they are teaching us so much that we didn't know. Our instructors, they put in more and much effort to ensure that we do the best.
I came here, I was very green about what's happening in a skilling project. I didn't know even about what is skilling. I just came to know that this is a skill. I just came to know the true definition of a skill, that it is having something in your head, like you have a skill, you're contented with it.
I came to skilling because my background was poor. That's why I came to skilling. I found an opportunity whereby I have to come and get this skill. Thankfully, I have gained this skill. I'm in my 6th month and I'm about to finish. I've learned how to deal with many people because I didn't get a chance to be with people. So I've learned how to be with people and cooperate with many people.
Like I've gained some skill of which when I was coming here, with my major intention, I had looked for a job and had failed to get a job. So when I came here, as of now, I've completed this almost 5-6 months. How it has impacted, at this time, when I get out of here, I am quite sure my chances of being employed by myself, first of all, is highly improved because I have the skills it takes to make the sandals, and I'm getting along with the clothes shoes. So how it has impacted it has given me the skills and the knowledge I'm going to apply in the field out there to make sure I am someone employed.
I've learned how to make shoes, to make belts, I can make anything from leather.
And the last one.
My name's Dr. Faith Mirembe Katana. I'm a special presidential assistant for education and skilling.
There's something I've seen online that you've been participating on or spearheading, the Presidential Skilling and Educational Center that you've been spearheading. So what really inspired you to do that?
Well, it wasn't an inspiration, it was an appointment. I was appointed to head. The president started an initiative. Many initiatives really has started. The president of Uganda has started initiatives, and especially the skilling of the youth. And this is where the president gets the unprivileged, vulnerable forgotten ghetto street youth, especially urban now, but also we have gone up country, to give them a skill so that they can improve their own, they can be occupied first of all, because these mostly are used to do riots, to do many, many ugly things, but they are mobilized, they are skilled so that they can be productive, for productivity, to also increase household incomes, to improve their own livelihood, and to be responsible Ugandans. So the president started this in 2017. It has run for almost now 5 years, and we have seen the students really. It is a free education thing, and he feeds them, gives them meals every day. We feed them, give them instructional materials. It is actually almost 100% practical, and they go not to look for jobs, but actually to work.
Thank you very much. Very well spoken. I'd love to know, has it influenced the economic stability of the youths when it comes to job employment?
I would say absolutely yes, that the majority of the students that leave skilling, they actually go with the heart to look for, to employ themselves. And even they make themselves into groups, and they start up a workshop or something of the skill they have tried. And in the long run, actually, you have visited our production center. We are producing shoes. The president started also a tannery industry in Kaumo. We have our own leather. So we are doing shoemaking, we are doing weaving, producing our own fabrics. So I'd say that really, yes, it has made an impact. And in the long run, because it's not about even giving them skills, but we are also developing capital, human capital for industrialization. If you heard recently, the president is talking about stopping importation of second-hand clothes. So we are ready. If we have an industry, they are going to go full-time in production.
Very, very well spoken. As of course in any other country, just like in Uganda, you have marginalized and minority groups, like for instance the Nubians in Uganda. Has that opportunity affected the Nubians?
Well, I think for Uganda, if you had heard the president talk about people, there isn't like marginalized groups. All the programs that are given, everyone has the freedom to participate. So it is up to the Nubians or Angoleans or Acholis or whoever to really tap into that and develop themselves. So I don't think that we have anything like these are marginalized kind of people. In Uganda, it isn't there. Every opportunity is given to everyone, whoever wishes to join in.
There's an initiative you guys carried on in Bombo for promoting the border riders. Could you kindly update us on that?
Oh yes, as we are mobilizing all the youth and all Ugandans to be productive, to be occupied. Occupation doesn't have to be working in an office like this. Is that you have something to do and it is productive and it gives you some capital. So actually recently the president gave the Nubian youth a number of motorbikes. So all the youth are being mobilized in the north, in the south, in the west, in the central, all of us. So there isn't anyone that is being looked like this one is unprivileged. Everyone must tap in whatever government is offering them, and they also compete with others.
And when it comes to the preservation of culture, of course, such programs must focus on preservation of culture. So what exactly does the initiative emphasize on when it comes to the preservation of culture?
Well, take for example, Kampala's metropolitan has all kinds of tribes. So you can't say that you are promoting this culture or putting down the other. So it has not so much been increased since we have different tribes. It is cosmopolitan. Even if we are in Uganda, still you find the number of Baganda compared to other tribes in skilling is minimal, because this is cosmopolitan, as you know, cities. You can't say that these are in Ankole, so they speak this language. And we are not yet, although we are trying very hard to see that we really have one language. I love it in Kenya, where you find, and Tanzania, because the language unites people. As much as we appreciate different cultures, different languages, different people, because God created us differently, I know that it is really precious to preserve a culture. In fact, it is very interesting that the way, I don't know who copied who, but we can go in history and we find who came first. Because the way you dress, the way you say that I'm dressed like Nubian, this is the Chinyankore way of dressing up. That's why it is not like funny. Actually, our people used even all the time to cover themselves. You will never find a woman, maybe of my age, we could do this. But the young one like you, they would actually pull it down so that they are not seen at all. So, and sincerely, we are one.
Yes.
We are just playing around with funny ideas, but we are really one. So that's why you were surprised that I can tie the, for us we call this Echitambi, in our language, Koi. For us this is actually, is that today, because they want to hurry things, but we had to really tie it the way I have tied it here. So it wasn't strange to me, and you have to know it. Otherwise, if you tie and they are falling down and say, where is this one coming from? Culturally, people have tried to preserve their cultures, though. The Baganda, you'll find them with their attires. The Banyankore, you'll find them with their attires. Definitely being exposed to different cultures and tribes, you find English is spoken here and there, and which we must fight that our children can speak our languages. Otherwise, they cannot. They are learning a foreign language, but even they cannot say those things in their language. So preserving the culture, and really I want to appreciate Sabala, Mr. Yusuf, you are amazing, because really what you are doing for the Nubians, yes, we have Nubians in Uganda, and even one day a Nubian led us, General Idi Amin Dada, did his contributions, and they are good fighters. I think they were more involved even in the Second World War. So I lived in Kibera in Nairobi, so I know Kibera, but you call it Kibra.
Yeah, Kibra.
Kibra forest, meaning forest. Yeah, but I found it's normally called Kibera. It's a huge area of Nubians, and we have many in Bombo, and we appreciate their culture. And we call them to come and join in whatever program is given. They should really join.
Very well spoken. As a matter of fact, I wanted to point out how you tied the group up. You even did it better than me. So very, very, very nice. The second question I had was, as a woman in leadership, as a woman in a high status position, have you ever gotten any harsh criticism? Because in our culture as Africans, we usually have that notion that if a woman is too professional, she neglects either her marital life or her children, or she tends to be very, very driven in terms of work, but not in terms of marriage. Have you ever gotten that criticism?
I think one thing that President Museveni has done for this country is to make sure that everyone takes their position and develop their potential. And we have found that when you develop really a woman, you are developing a whole nation. So he has really promoted, and it's not about the women emancipation, but for him, he knows what really a woman can do, a mother can do, and he promoted women because they are able to do a lot of work. And as an individual, I think first of all, the way I was brought up, my mother especially, would not allow that this is a job for a boy, this is a girl, just work. We did everything. So we grew up really not having to be, a woman must do this, must not do that. That wasn't there. And also, things must be balanced. Yes, it is a challenge to find that you are working, you are a wife, you have a husband, you have children, but everything is to be balanced. We need to do everything in moderation. We have 24 hours. You can design your time. I cannot neglect job, work, because of my family. Neither can I neglect my family because of a job. So in that way, I balance things. So there's no room even for criticizing me. You come home, you're finding a wife, a housemaker, a mother. You come here, you find a leader. They don't contradict at all. Yeah.
Very well spoken. Now that you brought up the Sabala festival, what is the one thing that you would like other cultures in Uganda to emulate from the Nubian community?
Loving ourselves. Because I see there is a passion. The way you love it, the way you... And I can't wait actually to attend if all goes well. It's important people to appreciate themselves, who they are. Not to come out and say, here we are also a people, no. But really to appreciate, love yourselves, encourage yourselves. That doesn't mean you are segregating others, or you are saying for us we are better than others. No, but you're saying, you know, I love the way I'm created. This is my culture. This is my language. These are my people. It's completely important. Because if we have love for ourselves and respect for ourselves, we are going to love others, we are going to also respect others. And if I respect my culture, I have to respect other people's culture. Because so we want to copy you. That really we love ourselves, we bring it out and push it on people. Look here, we are Nubians and we love it, and see how we cook, see what we do. These are our values, these are our principles. It's beautiful to bring those out. Because every culture, every people must have a value system that supports, sustain, and benefit other communities. So I'd love to see the Nubian principles, Nubian value system, Nubian way of life. Then I can also now start appreciating mine. So I really wish I think we must copy from you. You love yourselves a lot.
Thank you very much. And that's very well spoken. What is the one message you'd like to give to every single youth that has benefited from the initiative and from the slums or from minority communities? What is the one message you'd like to give them?
One message is that I want to tell the youth here or even in other countries or in other societies. One thing, we are not validated by where we are born, how we are brought up, or what we have gone through. It does not add value to us. So we can't validate ourselves by, me, I was born in a ghetto, or me, I was born in Nakasero, Kololo. It does not make any difference. And I encourage our youth not to pity themselves because they are in the ghetto, they are in the... Say, the moment you are given an opportunity, maximize that opportunity. It is not a problem that you are born in a ghetto or you are born by poor people. I was born by, if you have to go by world standards, my parents didn't have much. But they had a value system, a godly value system. And because they didn't go to school and they didn't have much, but they treasured education. And we are all doing well. And if you come to our home, instead, you cannot believe that these people didn't even have a chicken. When my father married my mother, they even didn't have a hen. Even they were outcasts because they had accepted salvation, and cattle keepers said they are going to eat chicken and beans and that is going to kill our cattle. So they cast them out of there. But now, because of that godly value system, self-respect, respecting others, righteousness, being just in everything you do, being dignified, it has led us to a higher level. So what I tell the youth, it is not a problem that you are born by poor people, or you are born in a ghetto, or you have gone through things that actually you don't love, but it is a crime to stay like that. When you are given an opportunity, like in skilling, We teach about 14 skills. They are constructors, they are electricians, they are tailors, they are designers. They are doing all those things, and they are doing great work. So let them know, separate two things, a job and work. God created man to work. And that is not a job. These jobs will end. Even I will not be in this office tomorrow. Another one will come. But do I stop working? No. I cannot stop working until I lay down and I've departed from here. So they have to know that God gave us hands. God gave us an intellect. God gave us eyes. We can think. We can create. So we are encouraging our youth to be creative. And we are telling them to process. You have been given something, don't stop at the material level. Process it into a product. And what is going to help Africa is to have a product, not money. We don't need money. Money comes from a product. It's high time we tell them, stop being a market. That when Faith has commodities, there is an already market, they are going to consume it. Have a product because it is the only way you can put your own price tag. People are saying reduce prices, reduce prices. You can't reduce price on a product that you haven't produced. So there are also some simple-mindedness that must be dropped. Decrease fuel prices, but you don't produce fuel. It is someone else's product. You say, if you tell me, thank you, this is a beautiful attire. Thank you for choosing this. I'm finding it, I look fabulous, I believe. Now, I cannot put a price tag on this. But if you tell me, pay me this, I will pay you. But if I produce it, so we must know that we must have a product because it is your duty and your right to put a price tag. That is why you find we are cattle keepers. We have a lot of milk. But people are selling milk, and it is very cheap. A liter of milk, I think in my area, is like 800, and a bottle of water is 1,000. But you go to buy some little grams of cheese, it starts from 15 or 20,000. That is a product. So we must learn to process whatever we have, even the knowledge, into a product that can be buyable and consumable by others. That's when we can develop. It's not about money. So when we hear people stopping these monies, they can take. In Africa, money has never been a seed. Money is always a harvest. You take your produce, you take your goats, you take your cows, and you get money when actually you have need for that money, paying school fees. So I don't have to. Yes, I know we go in this GDP, whatever per capita, but sincerely, I go to my village with money, maybe to pay workers, but the matoke is mine, the chicken is mine, the goat I slaughter is mine, the cow is mine. Anything I consume is from my garden. Do I have to spend money? Do I have to have money in my pocket? Only paying school fees and going to hospital and buying some clothes, which I take my produce and sell, and I have what I want. So Africa should stop this money-mindedness. But we must be commercial. I hope that makes a difference. We must produce commercially, not subsistence, because that is now consuming. But we must have a product we put there. Then we can get money when we need it. We have this money cash thing that our brethren in the Western world are imposing on us, because really they have to have money. Otherwise they can't survive. But me I have 3 acres, but I think that is little land. That is too much land, really, for production. So my youth, who I love so much, I've seen them from being drug addicts, from being thieves, murderers, prostitutes, anything. bad-mannered, but they become very fruitful, very dignified people, and they have stopped that, what they have been doing. Why? In skilling, they realize who they are. They realize their potential. They realize that they too can contribute to themselves and to the world. So the skilling students we have, the youth, they go out knowing they are the ones who are going to change Uganda. They go out knowing that they are not going to say, government at Yambe, they are the ones who are going to help. It's commonly here. No, government at Yambe, let government help us. And we ask them, who is government? It is you to help government. So they go, we change their mindset as well. We love them, we don't judge them, but also we change the way of thinking, and we have seen them really changing from terrible to being the best. Some of them actually, we have adopted them as our instructors. Murderers, thieves, prostitutes, they are no longer that. And they are very, very dignified and very hardworking. So what I ask the leaders, let's guide these people to see the right way to go. It's not about being this party, being the other for this and for that. For us in skilling, we call that simple-mindedness. When you think about tribe, religion, where they come from, which clan they are, that is simple-mindedness. And we must stop it even as Africa. We are one. Look at you. This is the way Wanyankore dress. But I'm yet to find out. I know that this is a contestational area. Who came first? Who did this first? But the thing is that we love one another and we adapt anything that is good from the other. It unifies us. It unifies us so much. So I thank Sabala. I thank Mr. Yusuf. He's doing a great work. He's such a great mobilizer, such a great passionate Nubian, and great Kenyan, really. Because so I appreciate being part of this, and I look forward. And thank you for making me. I think my people won't believe it that this is Nubian. They say no, but that is how we dress. So thank you for beautifying me. Very beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you very much for this interview, very informative. I remember when I came to Uganda, the first thing that I noticed, and the thing that mesmerized me the most, is women empowerment. It has really inspired me, and you've been a part of that inspiration, and I thank you for that. This is Sabala TV. I'm Sakina Mwaka, signing out.
Sabala TV, the one that unites us.